What's going on, traders? Hope everyone's having a great trading day today. It's been kind of a slow week for myself, but today I'm closing out a short on Disney. If you watched my last video, you would see why I opened up a short on Disney. I'll go and recap it real fast. Go ahead up to the 20-day 1-minute charts. So yeah, when Disney had their earnings reports, it was very bearish. Obviously, as you can see here, this was the pre-market, and then the after hours trading that happened when the report came out. What I found very bearish about this was that in pre-market they didn't even attempt a bounce, and that was really surprising considering this is a large cap stock that's not extremely volatile, and it sold off all through pre-market this that day, and when the bell opened it just continued to sell off. And this margin that caused, or that was about almost 10% sell off since the close of the previous day, a little over 9%. That is hugely bearish for a large cap stock that doesn't have a ton of volatility, and it didn't even try to bounce. So eventually, shortly into the trading session, it did bounce. This price action, though, in my opinion, it was just rebalancing of a huge reaction. But because it didn't sell off, or we didn't even attempt to bounce in the pre-market after that earnings report, this just showed me that this was going to be bearish for a while. And so that day, as you can see, I started building a short position, and it kept rising and rising and rising and rising. It kept building and adding to my short position. Eventually got all the way up to 200 shares. You can see in the next trading session, I added even more to my short position, and you can see it sold off hard. And then ever since then, it has been selling off and selling off. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Day 1 minute, 5-day 5-minute here. You can see it sold off and sold off. It continued to sell off for so it's about a 5-day trade. In the last video, I called out 153. Why was that? Well, because if you look at an extended 1-year chart, get these orders off the screen here, you can see this was a support zone here because of this candle at 160. We blew right past that and didn't even try to test it. It just broke right through that, through the earnings report, and continued to sell off. Our next support zone was right here, 153, kind of a psychological zone as well. And so we were building our short position with this target in mind, and we actually hit that today and bounced hard off of 153. And I took a quick little bounce trade. I closed my short position of 200 shares and took a quick little bounce trade on this as well for about $100, and then closed out everything. All in all, on the day, 763 overall on the trade, about $1,500. And my goal after today is to see, you can see that this was some rebalancing, some selling off, taking a break. Selling was getting a little exhausted. This is a huge dip for Disney. 2% without even blinking an eye is quite a lot for Disney. And that took us right down to this support zone, and we bounced right off 153.71. And the selling took a break after that. So my goal going into the future on this is I'd like to see not buyers take over, but sellers take a break. I would love to see this get back up into somewhere around 157, 158, and then open another short position and take it back down to 153 once again. Try to get some more sellers to come back in after they let this stock breathe a little bit, and it might give some more margin opportunity for another short. Psychologically, traders shorts might be looking for this to break below 150 and start building a position again at 150, letting buyers take over again under 150, like 149. So I don't know if I want to take it that low, but I think we will be trying to test more bearish pressure going into the future. We just got to let this breathe a little bit off of the 153 zone, and hopefully this will reset in pre-market tomorrow. Maybe in pre-market buyers will be buying it up, and then when the bell rings, we might get a nice spike up again, and hopefully if it's a good enough margin opportunity, we might start building another short position in it. But yeah, a lot of people were saying buy this up when it dipped on the earnings report. I chose to short it instead. And the reason for that mainly was because we broke through our resistance or our support here, and we just traded it to the next most obvious area of support, previous resistance over here on the chart. This is a 1 day, 1 year chart. These are 1 day candlesticks. So this was our target, and we had a psychological zone of 150 really helping us out there. So we'll try to, these are 1 day candlesticks like I mentioned. We'll try to let this breathe a little bit and bounce up. If we can get some good margin, we'll keep playing it down. We might be able to play some bounce opportunities off of this zone, shorting it down to this zone over and over again for, I mean, it could be like a couple weeks of that happening. I'm not sure, but that's what we'll be keeping an eye on. Right now, no open position, everything's closed out. And yeah, really happy with that trade. All in all, about 4.5% on the swing trade, and it worked out really well. So yeah, if this video was helpful for you guys, please stick around. Please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to sharpen your skills just a little tiny bit every single day. And this channel is, that's the goal of this channel. That's exactly what I like to try and do. And so yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hope you guys have a great trading session tomorrow and close the week out strong. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.